You're kind of my Le'Veon Bell whisperer. Not only are you a guy who knows him, you share an agent, you're also a running back of note yourself. What's going through his mind today when there's all these reports, conjecture, tweets, rumor that's been confirmed, sources say, all that business, that his new coach didn't want to have the salary handed to him that the general manager that he obviously won in a power struggle with handed Le'Veon. How's he taking that news, do you think, today?
Well, I think he went to Twitter and Instagram yesterday to talk about it, and from what I can gather, he was, it's the same with him. He has more to prove and he's not really worried about what people think about him, how much he's getting paid. He wants to go out and show that he's still the best running back in the league, and there's been a lot of grief for him not being at voluntary workouts and those type of things, but we've seen other players get hurt at those workouts, and you have to preserve your body, because what's most important is when you get to fall camp, being in the best shape of your life, going to mini camp, which is mandatory, and doing the things there, showing that you're in top shape there, then making it through the season. The season's a marathon, and a lot of people don't really understand that because, basketball, you may have a 7-game series and those type of things. We all know in football it's one game. You got to be able to be at your best for 16 of those and possibly 3 more at the end. And so he's taking the proper precautions to do that. And so when I asked him about what Adam Gase and I talked to our agent about it, I mean, it's kind of like water's off a duck's back to him. He was like, if I go out there and I produce and I do what I did in Pittsburgh and help win games for the New York Jets, and then it'll all go away. But right now there's not a lot of news going around. And, obviously with the firing of McCagnon and all the reports coming out, he was like, it is what it is. I'm going to keep on what I feel like I can do and I can produce and be ready to go out and play.
So you don't think Adam Gase needs to call him and basically say what he really felt and confirm what's in the paper, or say nothing, like literally, like just like let's move on, and that one strikes me as there needs to be some form of a conversation in Le'Veon's direction, don't you think, Maurice?
I think there will be when he comes back. It's funny, Rich, when I heard that report and I was reading it, I heard actually the total opposite coming out of this last season, that if Adam Gase and his staff and the front office would have still been in Miami, that they were going to break the bank for Le'Veon Bell to come down to Miami and keep him there. Now, that was from people in the building. That was from reporters that are they're daily reporters with the Dolphins. There was a ton of people saying that they were ready to break the bank. So it only made sense when Adam Gase went to the Jets that obviously Le'Veon Bell goes there. And so, there's always, everyone has a hindsight 50-50, whatever you want to call it. But I think sometimes we're trying to, as coaches, we always see that they always try to protect themselves, cover their butt and say, well, I didn't want to give him that much. Well, from what I heard, that he was willing to give him more in Miami if he was still in Miami. So I don't know how these reports get out or how they're leaked or whatever it may be. As long as the Jets win, that's the most important thing. And they put together a great foundation of free agent pieces. They had a really good draft. And so now it's all on the coach to get all this talent that they've acquired over the last year, in the last couple of drafts with Sam Darnold and other players, to go out there and win. And so I think that's what's most important. If you don't call them, it's a little bit different than the Rosen situation, because these are just reports that are coming out. You don't have to call me over reports. Now, if you're going to trade me, I would like for you to, to get a phone call, which I heard Cliff Kingsbury did, and obviously Steve Keim didn't. But, that's a different scenario.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live, or download The Rich Eisen Show app.